Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to another recording session of Hearthstone. Let's see. 10 days until the February season is gone. That's going to be a slight irritating thing. We have a little bit of overlap here with win 5 games of Druid and Rogue and win 3 games with Rogue, and then we have win 3 games with the Paladin, which is already at max level, so that's going to kind of suck. But anytime you get these 50 gold quests, it's usually worth it to keep them. Let's see, what else do we need to take care of? The Tavern Brawl first. Let's see what this is. Create deck. Enough hiding behind your minions. Protect them. In this brawl, your hero has taunt. Really? Well, okay, so I guess that means we could play as Rogue. Fine. Great deck. Rogue. Choose. And then let's just quickly get everything we can get back in here. Well, it's pirates first of all, so let's just get the pirates in the deck to start with. So, 2 of these. And then Celsi deckhand, 2 of these, 2 ships cannons, 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, and then 2 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these. And then that gets us halfway towards our basic deck. It really makes no sense here that we can't just have a button that says play the deck we've already built. Let's get rid of a Lice Starseeker, and then let's see, Archthief Rafam. Let's see. So that leaves us with 2. Oh, I'm missing something here. What's the one I'm missing? Buccaneer, Bloodsail, Cell Seats, Deckhand, Blade Fury. That's what I'm missing. Couple Blade Furies go in here, and then do I want 2 of this? Or 1 of those and 1 of those. There we go. So slightly different deck, which means my Hearthstone deck tracker is going to have slightly a bit of a problem. But we don't need a Life Starseeker or Elsie. I guess it's Elsie. I don't know. As you can probably tell by the time in my conversation at this up to this point, it's probably too early to be playing Hearthstone or recording at all. I haven't woken up completely, but I did want to get a quick start. What's been going on lately? We finished all of Dead Island. We're done with that, which is nice. Cut purse is actually going to work rather well in this setup. My pirate that has taunt, though, isn't going to work that well. We attack this. This opens up an interesting doorway. It means potentially we're gonna have cards in the next expansion that give the hero taunt. And I imagine giving the hero taunt is always gonna be a bad thing. Or a trade-off or something. Hey, that was interesting. The slam attack caused this to rotate, to shag. I wonder if that's new or if that has always been like that.
Trust the pirate's
Well, we're off to a good start here. Off to a good start. So yes, I finished the Rydo White DLC. It took 2 to maybe 4 hours at most. Let's see, I'll have 2 coins I can play. So if I do this and then do this and then kill this guy, I can't. Interesting. This is an interesting thing. Because he has taunt, you have to attack the one with taunt.
scurvy dog.
Which means the minions are effectively... It's impossible to attack them. Interesting. So now that this one has taunt, it can either hit me in the face or it can hit this one, but it can't hit any of the others. Interesting. This really does turn things around. Well, let's see. Let's go ahead and play this, and then bring this out, and then get a coin.
Scurvy dog.
Attack, attack, attack. In the turn. Nice, nice, nice. Not a terrible tavern brawl. One of the ones that's not as bad as any of the others. Maybe we just got really lucky there. I don't know. Maybe it was because that tavern brawl really didn't change that much to the game. Only in one instance did it change any action I would have taken. A golden rare. So we have a golden rare. Where is it? Over here. Already had 2 of those. Where'd that golden rare go? Here it is. So we'll disenchant for another dust. And then crafting will disenchant the rest of it. We've almost worked our way up to being able to craft a 400. What would be the first 400 we'd go for? Probably this guy. Just get the druid in it. Although it may be better to get like Doomsayer. Let's instead of doing something silly, let's craft the neutral things first. That would make a lot more sense. But we probably won't get that done here. That was one rogue victory. Let's just continue with our rogue play, I guess. Yeah, we're not gonna make it to rank 19 at this rate. It's not worth it. Okay, so I've tried to start this conversation 2 times now. Let's try number 3. Finished all of Dead Island. Done with it. Am I particularly gonna play Dead Island 2? I don't think so. With this new Dying Light expansion, with the announcement that they're gonna do more DLC for Dying Light on top of the current expansion, and with just Dying Light in general being the better option between the two. If I'm gonna go back and try and play any zombie game that is like that, in that style, it's gonna be Dying Light. Unless the reviews come out and Dead Island 2 somehow is just way more than expected. If that happens, that would be very interesting and surprising, but from what I saw from the main game and then the 3 other failed Dead Island games, I'm not really that interested. And so, in finishing Dead Island, which is the point I keep stopping at, and just need to continue the statement, I am back to needing You Don't Know Jack videos. I was, at least. And I didn't want to do it. I've done enough You Don't Know Jack, so I unceremoniously, without a mention at all, simply started recording The Room, which is the cell phone game The Room. It's a puzzle game. It only took a couple hours to play, and I recorded that, and that's going to be in the that's probably, almost certainly, going to be in the time slot of You Don't Know Jack. I don't know why it wouldn't.
Want a deal?
Job done.
Maybe I should have gotten a weapon upgrade that turn. I don't know. And so I recorded The Room, and that got me probably only like 5 episodes. And I'm done, but I'm so far behind on You Don't Know Jack, I still need to replace something with The Room. So then I started doing Hex Cells. So I play Hex Cells, and when I'm done with Hex Cells, I did Hex Cells in probably about 6 episodes. Now these are little cell phone games, so this is not a super surprising fact that I'm getting through with them pretty quick. And then, so I did all of Hex Cells, so now I'm playing Hex Cells Plus, and then I'm gonna play Hex Cells Infinite. And I'm about halfway through Hex Cells Plus, almost. But the difference on how long the beats website between defeating Hex Cells 1 and Hex Cells Plus, Hex Cells 1 is 2 hours of gameplay, Hex Cells Plus is 9 hours of gameplay. And Hex Cells Infinite, I believe, may just have an infinite generator, so we may barely even look at it and just go, well, this is what we were expecting.
X marks the spot.
So I'm just gonna attack the face here and then not use this weapon, so I can bring this one out too and get it upgraded to a 4-3. Oh, that was unfortunate. So pretty much I'm filling in that gap, that falling behind right now with small cell phone games. If I continue down that route, I'm gonna get rid of a lot of 99-cent games, but that's fine. It gives me a good mental argument, at least, to
Want a deal?
to buy more 99
Well
cents games as long as I can find them. More puzzle games, more small cell phone port games. Games that are worth playing, but only if you get them really cheap and they're not full of microtransactions and they're probably not going to last that long. But if I get those off my library, that does then start to lower the amount in my library to a probably more realistic appearance. That might be the best way to explain it.
Thank you.
This, and then
Here we go.
this,
It's
and
a
this, and then I think
My
I've
time.
just gotta get rid of this, and this, and that.
Job done.
So, yeah, I'm just going through the short, small puzzle things. You Don't Know Jack is getting replaced right now, at least, with puzzle things. Now, this is kind of weird because there's a very good chance that once this dialysis thing starts to explain itself as far as how it's going to work, that we get right back to You Don't Know Jack. That's certainly a possibility.
Careful.
Yeah, I've lost, I believe.
Well played.
So, the dialysis stuff may come back. I may very well do You Don't Know Jack. Maybe I can squeeze other things in instead. Maybe I can... a game like Hex Cells, if I have enough games like that, it's not an online game, and it's not graphical that much, so it's hardly gonna be like The Witcher 3 pushing the graphics. Hex Cells is effectively, Hex Cells 1 is effectively, for the first half at least, Minesweeper, except for instead of touching 9 squares, it's only touching 6 hex cells.
Watch your back.
And so it's actually a little easier in that aspect to begin with, but then it starts adding a bunch more mathematical and rules to it that end up making you count a lot more than you would think to solve the puzzle. And then Hex Cells 1 only has 36 puzzles and you'd never play it a second time. Then Hex Cells Plus is the same thing, it only has so many puzzles. Yeah, I think it's 36 again. Although there may be less than 36 in Hex Cells 1 actually.
Job's done.
But then Hex Cells Plus are way more difficult puzzles, and by the second grouping of puzzles in Hex Cells Plus, it had reintroduced every single rule in the first game and made it even way more difficult, way longer to figure out. So Hex Cells Plus is like playing Minesweeper with 999 bombs, the maximum you could put in there in a custom game. Let's see.
I wonder.
I'm hoping this works. Nope.
Job's done.
I was hoping to hit this guy. Then at the very least you'd have to use this weapon to kill that guy. Interesting choice here. That was definitely an interesting choice.
X marks the spot.
Here we go.
Job's done.
I don't know what he was going for there. He did manage to take out 10 of my health in that move, but
Put this apple on your head.
I think I took 10 of his health out too.
Don't
Maybe he
worry,
was
Lux,
just
the
expecting
cavalry's
this
here.
guy to win and do the damage. Or maybe he just didn't understand what this was. Alright. Attack the face. Play this. Play this. And then play this.
Here
And
we
attack
go.
the face again.
Job's done.
In the turn.
To my side.
So if I attacked this, what if I just played this here,
Yes, bird, yes, sturdy dogs.
and then this
Feed
here,
the fish, landlubber.
I think it's too dangerous though. I think it's just too dangerous. I think I have to take this guy out. I don't have any other way to solve for that.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Oh, could I have attacked?
I fear Yeti. Let's get salty.
Blood and plunder.
Want a deal?
Here we go.
Attack the face there.
Job's done.
Yeah, we may win. I'm sorry, I'm being quiet. Again, it's too early. Man, I should have woken up a lot more. I need to figure out some kind of daily health exercise or something to wake me up.
Well fought. I can see.
Well, we got a victory there. That's all that really matters. What am I going to do after Hexcel's Infinite? I'm not 100% sure. I think I have a... I mean, I know I have a bunch of other cell phone games, but I wonder if they're all just going to take a week to cover, then it may very quickly end up being that I go through all of them.
Undoing.
And I'm not sure
light
when
shall
that
bring
next
victory.
Steam Summer Sale comes
Your
along, if there will be enough of them of any real note. It could easily be that I would just exhaust all of my options. I'm just gonna forego an end to turn here. Well, if I do all those little things and they're gone, that's fine. I guess in a lot of ways that probably also means that trying to line up and move Telltale games is not gonna really work. And I probably shouldn't bother trying something like that anyways. I need to play Lego Batman 2 pretty quickly because I'm 100% certain that what's gonna happen is it's gonna get content ID claimed through the wazoo. let's see. Do we want to play another pirate and potentially do 2 more, or do we just want to kill this guy? Let's just end our turn as it stands. Let the other guy make the option choice. But yeah. So Lego Batman 2 I'm going to try and do. With Deadpool being such a huge hit, it's kind of interesting. Kind of interesting and kind of surprising that we didn't.
Trust the pirate's code.
I need to kill this guy then. That. Well, it's not surprising or interesting. I mean, it's surprising that it's doing so well. So now, in retrospect, had I played the latest Deadpool game, which isn't that good, it might have gotten some views. Maybe. And sadly, that's the level of my planning. That's how it goes. Well, it might have given me some views, so I probably should do it.
Here we go.
If
Job's done.
I do Lego Batman 2, I might as well. I'm thinking maybe just do Lego Batman 3 too, just run into it. I personally have had a pretty big break since Lego Batman 2 and this. So as soon as I fill in the you don't know Jack time slot, that 6 o'clock or was it? Is it 5 or 4 even maybe? Once that time slot gets filled in,
Thank you.
I'm
Here we go.
willing to just go to Lego Batman 2, and then I'd probably be willing to do Lego Batman 3 if I can take a little bit of a break there. Once we get the 3 Lego Batmans out of there, that's pretty much the only trilogy of Lego games. Although Lego Star Wars is arguably, we've already played 2 Lego Star Wars games. This. Let's see, how do we want to do that?
Careful.
That takes it down to 1.
Thank
Go ahead and place this. Do you
Here
want to take
we
3
go.
damage? I guess we'll take 3 damage here. And then do 6 damage to the face.
Job's done.
Hearthstone deck tracker updated. Minor bug fixes, nothing else of really any interest. After I do Lego Batman 2, then I probably would need to reevaluate, make sure that kind of, well, I guess a couple things could be the case.
Here we
It
go.
could be that I need to It could be that I need to record Sam & Max Season 3, which would be nice. Getting done with Season 3 puts Sam & Max behind me. Revisiting Sam & Max has not been as fun as I had hoped it would have been. I thought it was going to be fun. There we go, nice. So there's our win 3 games with Rogue. And we could play as the Druid, but we're winning with the Rogue, so let's just play 2 more games with Rogue. We'll just continuously play all Rogue games today. If I get 3 victories with the other guy too, then this very easily could be a 2-episode recording session again, which is fine. Fine by me. We're so far ahead on Hearthstone, it's ridiculous.
Valera versus Valera.
Watch your back. I always do.
So, like I mentioned, but probably haven't been saying that often. I am experimenting with sitting in a chair instead of sitting on my bed uh, to have better posture and sit upright and potentially have better have a better sounding voice and all of that. And it is not working at all. Well, it may be working for posture and voice and all of that. I specifically went back and listened, or just ran into watching like a Mark of the Ninja video, and I think that I was sick right when I was recording that video. So I sounded really quiet and really bad, even by my low standards on that. I think I was sick. It was like, oh man, does that not sound good? So I'm hoping constant improvement. But the reason why sitting in this chair that I'm sitting in is not working is it is just horribly painful. And it's hurting my back. I mean, really silly things are going on here. It's like, I'll sit for 6-7 hours. My entire buttocks hurts like crazy. My back hurts really bad. And then I just want to go lay down, and then I'm wasting 3 or 4 hours laying down trying to not hurt my back. I'm like, oh, this isn't working at all. So apparently the cushions of an entire mattress are, well, obviously, I guess more than the cushions of a chair. The chair I'm sitting in right now is not very well cushioned. It's just your standard office chair thing. If I was for a permanent solution, I definitely want to get a DX Racer chair and try that, and just hope that there's enough cushioning and that the foam is really firm. This is probably the chair I'm sitting in is barely medium firmness, and it's just going flat. I tried to put a pillow and sit on that, and that didn't really work either, but then that was a pretty fluffy pillow and it was sliding out from under me. Maybe I'll try a different pillow, but I mean, it's just not comfortable right now. I like the sitting up. I like the idea of having a keyboard and desk right in front of you instead of sitting Indian style. The trade-off there is when I was sitting on the bed, my legs were killing me because I was sitting Indian style. Cross-legged is, I guess, what they call it nowadays. And so now my legs feel great and haven't given me a single bit of pain, but I've just exchanged one pain for another pain. Life is like that quite often, turns out. More than you would think.
Want a deal?
Do I want to use this or what?
Thailand lover.
I don't want to use this.
Here we go.
Let's just go ahead and do this. If you're gonna have weapons, you might as well make use of them. So I have 9 here. I can do a 10 with this attack, and I can do 11 with this. So if I can find one more point of damage somewhere, anywhere here, I can win, as long as it all goes to her face.
I wonder.
In the next turn.
Blood and plunder.
Of course, it's never that easy, is it? Or it's rarely that easy. Let's see.
Get back, you scary dogs. Thailand lover.
Attack that.
Here we
Attack
go.
the face. So it is definitely important to get those 1 pieces of damage. That is 1 point is the difference between a victory or a loss. Always. You have to think that way.
Feed the fish, landlubber.
I saw a news thing, even though my best effort is to always try to avoid news things, that the mortgage rates are as low as they've ever been, ever, and boy, if I was a
Blood and plunder.
millionaire YouTuber, you know, if this YouTube thing was even making a
Here we
realistic
go.
living wage,
Job done.
I would think about buying a second house as a sense. I don't know how I would do it personally for myself, because I'm already in a house and already have a mortgage. Maybe refinance, or just straight up buy a second house
I wonder.
and rent it out to somebody. It would be really silly though. I mean, it doesn't really work for me. If I was making a living wage on this YouTube thing, I would just pay off the mortgage on my current house, because there's nothing that too wrong with my current house. If you're shopping for houses, I will tell you, just buy a new house.
Choose
It doesn't have to be a brand new house. It doesn't have to be new construction. But don't buy anything that's more than 10 years old, I would say. So much has changed as far as wiring and construction stuff, and in my area particularly, construction standards are very low and the construction workers
Here
don't
we
follow
go.
them half the time, so
Job
new
done.
construction isn't even probably still perfect, but just in general the standards have gone up over the past decades. So getting a new house will have more outlets, it will have more things wired, it will be a lot better insulated, it will not have any settling on it, probably it won't have any little problems with it. Newer houses tend not to have stupid homeowners that try to do construction projects to them. They don't add on entire sections of the house that aren't up to code or anything like that. One more. And you will notice probably that older houses are cheaper and bigger, and that is straight up because people add on to their houses, and then they're not up to code and they're not up to any, they're not built right. And then I would say avoid homeowners associations, even if the
Watch
concept
your
of
back.
living in a controlled place where everybody has to mow their grass and everybody has to get approved paint for their buildings and all of that. Even if it sounds appealing to you, if you think you wanna live next to nice houses and you don't want bad neighbors, it's still not a good idea. You will 100% regret it by the end of that 30-year mortgage. Something will come up and they will harass you for something, or you'll just look at the ridiculous amount of money you're paying to them for them to tell you you can't do things to your own house. That's so I would definitely get away, not do that. Interesting.
Job done.
And then when you do get a house, I would recommend wiring it with network cable. Don't go crazy. If you're building a house, do the network channeling if you can, which is rubber tubes where you can pull cords through it a lot easier. But even if you do just network cable through the ceiling, you can usually, if you were at some point in the distant future going to add something like fiber to your house. Instead of the network cable, you could tie the fiber to the network cable and just pull it through and use that as a guide wire. And then if you were going to do fiber and network cable, what you can do is then take the old network cable, use it as a guide wire, put in new network cable, and just switch it around that way. And then pull both fiber and new network cable at the same time, using the old cable as a guide wire. And network cable is cheap enough that you can get away with doing that and not really caring. I would wire it for cable. Inherently, if maybe not wired for cable though. I don't. It kind of depends on some things you have to wonder about yourself, whether you're actually going to. Oh, this sucks. I should have played this first. I should have played this, then that. Oops. Oh well. Not a big deal. Looks like we're gonna win. Yeah, cable. Well, see, the thing about cable is they're gonna want to just run all the cords on the outside of your house, and then wherever your TV happens to be, at that point is where they're gonna want to drill through your walls and put the cord. And sometimes that's alright if that's cool with you, and sometimes that's just like, no, that's not how a proper wiring job should happen. Let's see.
So many.
Play this. Well, I screwed that up somewhere. What do we want to do?
Here we go.
Job's done.
Yeah, I did everything a little wrong there. Man, I really don't have the order of actions down for when I cheat. I guess it probably won't matter. Aren't half of these pirate cards some of the ones that are going to get banned? Maybe they are. I think some of them are. What else do you do in your house? Well, not a lot. Just put a lot of thought into how you want to set it. Put a Nest thermostat in it at the beginning. Try to save yourself some electricity. Put the LED bulbs and everything. Save yourself some electricity that way. Check and change all of the smoke detectors, CO2 detectors.
Here we go.
Job's done.
Paint. If you want to paint a room a specific color, I'd always recommend just a neutral white myself. But if you want to paint it right at the beginning. Enjoy that paint for the lifetime that you live in that house, and then maybe you'll paint it at the end, and maybe you won't when you sell it. If you're gonna do any remodeling or appliances, I'd probably do it right at the beginning so you enjoy it. It's ridiculous to, there we go, it's ridiculous to spend thousands of dollars repairing and remodeling a house that you're never gonna get to enjoy or like. At that point, if you're trying to sell a house, you might as well just say, well, we'll give you money so you can, the new buyer can repair and remodel it to their likes. Well, we only need 3 more paladin victories. And don't go cheap on houses. That's the #1 rule. Do not buy a cheap house. It will cost you a lot more in the end. Anywho, that's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.